We're in the middle of summer vacation, and it might be getting harder to find things to do with the kids.
Lindsay has a new exhibit and a way to beat the heat in Ashland.
Right, guys, we are live here today at the Strategic Air and Space Museum. Best part of all, it is inside. It is air conditioning. I know we are going to like that term air conditioned for this week as it's looking really hot and warm. So the Strategic Air and Space Museum is really known for these big aircrafts that they have, right? They have an SR-71 right when you walk in, all these big air and space crafts. But this new exhibit takes a look at some of the smaller pieces of history and the big stories that they have to tell. And whether you're 101 or maybe just one or two, you're going to enjoy it. Take a look.
Traveling back in time, the new exhibit at the Strategic Air Command, or SAC Museum, boils it down to just 100 things picked by this guy.
I'm Brian York. I'm the curator here at the SAC Aerospace Museum,
telling the stories of how Strategic Air Command came to be. SAC's history is essentially the history of the Cold War. SAC started in 1946 and actually predates the U.S. Air Force.
And it ended in 1992 after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the collapse of the Soviet Union.
You can see a piece of the Berlin Wall with this exhibit. At its largest, over 40 Air Force bases and more than 260,000 personnel made up SAC. Today, there are some huge artifacts that come to mind when you visit the museum, but picking 100 artifacts to fit into a small gallery was no small task itself.
The aircraft are incredible technological feats. They are great tools, but it comes down to the people.
People highlighted by things they carried with them on deployments, things that were worn from allies and enemies of the United States.
With this phone here, they can call the person who's in charge of all of the military.
And one of York's favorites.
With this phone here, they can talk to the people that they command.
Things showing how some of the most powerful players in Strategic Air Command communicated the hard decisions.
And with this other phone, they can order a pizza.
I love that. You always need a pizza phone, right? Back out here live. So I am decorating a boxcar, and it's because this weekend, this Saturday, they have something pretty cool going on. You know the movie A Night at the Museum? Who wouldn't want to spend a night at the museum? So that's kind of the name of their event. They are having a bunch of different activities for the kids, including this. You can make boxcars because then they will be having, how cool is this? A drive-in movie. So again, that's Saturday, starts at 5. You can come early and enjoy the museum and then stay later, have a little picnic. Of course, I need my steering wheel. And this is my favorite part. Got to show some Pokemon love because that's the big thing right now. We got our license plate too. Stay tuned. We're going to show you more artifacts coming up a little bit later on in the show. But for now, we are live in Ashland. I'm going to keep working on my boxcar. I'll send it back to you guys.
Doing some coloring there. I like it, Lindsay. She's right, though. People are looking for things to do indoors because